Hi, my name is Janae, and let's break down the difference between Lime Funnels Pro and Squarespace. We're going to keep it super simple, straight to the point of the pro and cons of both. Since Lime Funnels Pro is newer onto the scene as compared to Squarespace, we're going to start with them. So for an overview of each of the platforms, is Lime Funnels Pro. It's a conversion-focused platform. It's built for websites, sales funnels, automations, lead generation, and client management. They even have a CRM that was recently added onto their platform, which is phenomenal, but it's really designed for entrepreneurs who want leads and sales. Not just a pretty website, not just a pretty stamp on the internet that they exist, but they actually want to start generating sales for their company. Now, Squarespace, on the other hand, has been around for quite some time, but they are a design-first website builder oriented. They're really great for portfolios, basic business info sites if you're a brick and mortar and you just want people to know who you are. They have very simple branding pages, but it is easy to use, but it's not built for deep marketing or automation outside of the box. It's very straightforward. If you just want somebody to be able to come and find you on the internet and you want nothing basically more, and you don't want to grow into something and have the potential for that, then Squarespace is great. Now, comparing price structure, let's just get that out of the way since it's probably the most boring part. Is Squarespace, they start at about $16 a month, but it's very basic. You have pre-built templates, they're not fancy, very straightforward. They do have a business and business commerce level as well that starts at around $23 and it goes all the way up to $49 a month. And each of those packages really just depends on what you want your website to be able to do, and also as much customization as you want to have. Now, one thing about Squarespace is that they're known for their easy to use templates, but with that, they don't have a ton of templates to use, and the customization, there is a limit what you can and cannot do. But if you really don't know anything about websites and you want something super simple, it's a great option. Now, Lime Funnels Pro, on the other hand, pricing starts at a little bit higher at $57 a month on their starter package, and then they have 3 packages and it goes all the way up to $197 a month. But all of these packages include the funnel, the automation, the templates, the CRM management for clients, and you can actually take notes in the CRM of who you're working with and about that clientele, so you can follow up with them, as well as pages, which was what you could build your website on. So Lime is really great if you also want to have a website and you want a digital footprint, and whether you're a brick and mortar or a digital marketing business and you're only online and people need to find out who you are, they can do that. But if you want to take it a step further and you ever want to have a funnel to throw in for Black Friday or a holiday or a sale or promotion that you're having, funnels are fantastic for that. If you don't know what a funnel is, go check out our other videos because we have one on that as well. So go watch what is a funnel. But it brings the scalability with you. So if you're starting super slow and you have the starter account, you get just a few pages and a few funnels to kind of go and test the water. You can also sell digital products online, which is really cool. And then if you ever need to scale it, your business is going well, you can scale up. And then if you ever need to take a step back, you can also scale back a little bit, but Lime will able to grow with you as you need it, which is really great. Lime doesn't have a lot of upsells. Basically, what you pay for is what you get. They are constantly adding to their repertoire. They are a newer company as compared to Squarespace that's been around for a while. And so there are things that they are adding, but it's included inside of your package. So just check out the website. Their packages are constantly being added to as more features are coming. Both platforms are super easy and offer a drag and drop editing function, which is great for new editors. Now, one thing Squarespace does not allow to do, it does not allow you to do any custom HTML or CSS coding. It's pretty much straightforward drag and drop, whereas Lime, there is a little bit more flexibility on that functionality. If you do have experience in that, it does, as it is built on a WordPress base, it doesn't look like WordPress. It's very easy to use, but they do have some of those functionalities if you know about it, but it's also not needed. Now, Squarespace, like I said, I don't know if you've seen their commercials, but they're good at what they do. They have clean, glossy templates, super straightforward. They are limited flexibility when building website pages, and so it's not cohesive for that necessarily all the way, and they don't offer the ability to do a funnel at all, which kind of sucks. But Lime, on the other hand, they don't have as many flashy templates as Squarespace might have, but they're constantly adding to them. But they do offer funnel builder. It is still an easy drag and drop. You can build your website, build your funnel. You can control the layout. You can merge different templates together, which is pretty cool. Lead capture. If you have a lead magnet, you want to throw that out there. If you're a digital marketer, an influencer, things of that sort, and you want to get emails from people, Lime is a great option to throw up a landing page to grab an email opt-in and add people into your emailing campaign, which Lime is adding emails, I believe, to their stack. So that is coming sometime in the near future, hopefully, which is pretty great. As far as integration and different apps that can be integrated with each of the platforms, so let's start with Squarespace again. They are limited as there's only a set number of integrations. Like I said, it's a very straightforward platform, but it's not really meant for advanced marketers. It's not really meant for marketing. It's meant for established businesses that kind of just need a basic digital footprint, like I mentioned earlier. Now, Lime, on the other hand, they integrate with a lot of different platforms. You can do your Stripe and your PayPal as you can with Squarespace. What they do offer is that you can do your email marketing, you can track your leads, you can add different workflow animations. They also integrate really well with Zapier. If you know anything about that, opens a world for a ton of other integrations that you can add in as well. So you don't need a giant app marketplace with Lime Funnels Pro. It's already built into the platform, which is really handy. But if you did have a platform that Lime wasn't integrated in with already, Zapier is a great option, or contact Lime Funnels Pro support, and they're constantly adding and they're always open to more partnerships. So if you're a company as well and you want to integrate with Lime and kind of work with each other, I'm sure they'd be open to that as well. As far as payments and financial tools, I kind of talked about this a little bit, but both Squarespace and Lime offers PayPal and Stripe integration. There's a little bit of limited customability as far as Squarespace. It's a very straightforward, we're gonna sell a product and that's it. I mean, it'll integrate into your emails and it will do the follow-up and send the receipts and all of that. But what it does not do, that Lime does have an upper hand on them for, which is really targets for the marketer. This is what a marketer, a digital marketer, an influencer is gonna wanna need, and that's customizations for order bumps, upsells, subscriptions, trials, things of that sort. You have full and complete control over the process from landing page to checkout to the thank you page and everything in between. It's super, super customizable. Both have SEO capabilities. They're both really standard and solid when it comes to that. The only thing that Lime does do that Squarespace I don't think does is that it also tracks those analytics internally inside of, let's say, a funnel. It will track your conversions there so you can have a quick glance, which is kind of helpful. So if you're stuck between which one to choose, it honestly comes up to what you want for your business, both currently and in the future. If you want something quick out the start, you don't really ever foresee your business growing that much, Squarespace is a great option. But if you want a clean and beautiful site, on both of platforms offer that. However, if you foresee yourself growing inside your business, which I hope you would, I would definitely recommend Lime Funnels Pro over Squarespace, just because there's no ceiling on what you can do with it. They're a new platform, which means they're constantly adding, and even with that, it grows with you. So if you don't need upsells or order bumps now, or follow up in a certain way, or a built-in CRM now, that's fine. You don't have to get that package. You can get a lower package, but if you ever foresee yourself wanting that in the future, highly recommend just starting off with Lime Funnels Pro, because otherwise you'd have to start over from Squarespace to Lime and rebuild everything on Lime if you ever needed those features. So it's super customizable. Both are great platforms. It really just depends on what you need for you and your business. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Both Julie and I are so glad you're here, and we'll catch you on the next one.